International Podcast Day is September 30th, and you can help spread the word. You may be asking, what can I do to get involved? It's pretty simple. Head over to internationalpodcastday.com and check the suggestions. Then use hashtag International Podcast Day to join the conversation. You can reach out and connect with other podcasters, listeners, and your favorite podcast hosts. Remember September 30th, International Podcast Day, a day-long celebration of the power of podcasts.
Are you looking for a podcast about every minute detail discernible in a cosplay?
Then you must be thinking of another podcast. Oh! Hello, Kelsey.
Hello, Robert.
How are you?
Do you want the real answer or do you want the fake answer?
I think our listeners want the fake answer. They want to believe you're like the most well-fit person of all time.
I'm so healthy.
Oh, good.
So fucking healthy. I've never felt better.
Good.
29 years young, baby.
No, but for real, I'm so scared for you.
I cried
so
in
sick.
Kroger today.
You did what?
I cried in Kroger today.
Oh no.
Yeah, I went to go pick up my 800th prescription of the month, and I'm really done, man.
Yeah.
I'm fucking over it. I have a procedure on Monday, and I'm just ready to get it over and done with. I've been on pills, just manage my symptoms while we're waiting for this procedure, and they give me a pill that deals with one thing, but it gives me nausea, so they give me a pill for nausea, and it gives me a headache, so they give me pills for fucking headaches, and I just get tired, and so now I'm just not taking any of my pills, which is not really recommended, but they gave me a new prescription. We'll see what that fucking does. I'm at the end of my rope. I've got an array of pill bottles on my bedside. I feel like a sick Victorian child, just waiting to go into the light.
So it hit me when I was editing one of our last shows. I was like, Kelsey's been sick a long time.
It's been a month, literally a solid month.
It was my God.
I feel like I'm dying.
Kelsey needs to be okay.
I'm not okay.
This is scary.
It's scary. I'm having problems. I have to go in and they're gonna look at my intestines and they're gonna take pieces of my intestines and put them under a microscope and try to figure out what the fuck is wrong with me. But anyway, I'm managing. By the time this podcast comes out, I should be well again. That's my hope.
Well, I finally don't have my cough that's been going on a month.
Good.
Every time I get sick, no matter how small, I keep a cough for at least a month.
Is that what it's like when you turn 30? Your body just... I feel like some non-benevolent god out there is just, trying to take me down before I hit 3-0. What is happening?
Well, from everybody that I've talked to, when you hit 30, everything goes.
Why? Why does that happen? I just want to be a healthy person.
So I was 29. It was the day before my birthday, and I was I'm so fit. I feel so good. And then the next day,
10 miles.
I was just and everything broke. Mm-hmm. Not even. It was the same.
Yeah, I'm so ready to be well again. That's what I want.
That's what I want. I want you to be okay. It's scary, man.
I want to be well by the time the state fair gets here so I can eat a turkey leg.
I was just thinking about the state fair, actually.
God, so ready for the state fair. That fall weather.
I was what day can I take off of work to go to the state fair?
My work is contemplating doing an employee event, going to the state fair. I'm fucking give me free tickets. I want it. I want the turkey leg.
Yeah, but then you gotta hang out with them nonstop the whole time.
No, I don't. I'm gonna slip away
you
in
do.
the crowd.
No, you can't.
Slip away.
They are going to tag all of you, and they're going to know where you're at.
No way. I work from home, remember? So nobody even remembers what I look like.
So you just can't talk. Because they're going to hear your voice and go, wait a minute, I know that weekly voice.
Who is that? Sick Victorian child?
So, I know I play this joke on you every time we record. But Kelsey.
Robert.
Guess who's listening to you in super badass headphones?
Is it you?
It's actually me this time!
Yay!
So, since we began this podcast, you have talked about these headphones.
Yes, my very favorite, deliciously soft, fucking comfortable. Sounds so good.
So this is not a paid advertisement, but
No,
I'm gonna hold the box right here and say the SteelSeries Arctis Pro Wireless is made for all your needs.
Fucking God.
So every time I buy anything, I have to review it so incredibly detailed.
It's not even like, you don't understand, listeners. He will go down 6 rabbit holes within rabbit holes, like searching.
So here's the thing. I had already decided. I was like, these are the ones I'm gonna get, right?
Yeah.
And then one night, like 2 weeks ago, I found out one little bit of information, and I was up till 4 o'clock in the morning redoing all of my research.
Oh my God. What happened?
I learned about that stupid high-res audio thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was like, well, I can only get that with the wired one. And I was like, well, maybe I do need that. And I was like, no, I just need the 7. The 7's good. Rewatch all the 7 reviews. And then I was like, well, what about the Pro again? Like, why is that so much better? Rewatched all of those. Like,
Oh my God.
so much. Like, I have to know 100% if I'm going to spend that money, you know?
I mean, I guess that's good, though. Like, you always feel confident in a purchase.
I do. I truly do. Once I know that's what I want, I just walk in and get it.
Except this time,
I know now.
you had to text me, and you were like, Kelsey,
Should I do it?
do I do it? Talk me down off this ledge, or talk me up further onto the ledge? Do I get these headphones?
I'm trying to pay off a certain credit card before my deferred interest hits, right?
Like a responsible adult.
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't need to buy these! But they finally went on a sale on Amazon, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if anyone knows me, I love the best deal stories. Like, how did you get such a great deal on an item, right?
Right.
So, I got a great deal on this item.
A ridiculously great deal.
I did pretty good for myself, I thought. So, I price matched to Amazon, and then I had Best Buy rewards. So, these are $329 headphones.
It's pricey.
Yeah. I got them for, I did the math, roughly 51% off.
That's so nuts. I'm so jealous.
I paid $162, and the guys at Best Buy were like, let me go talk to my manager, because I'd asked, I walked in and said, can I do price match and reward certificates? Like, because sometimes they'll be like, you can use one form of savings, but not 2.
Yeah.
Right? So it did say if you price match, you can't use a coupon. Can't use a coupon for the same thing.
Oh.
But I was like, these are reward certificates. This is money I earned by already giving you money. And the girl said yes. So I go up there, and I got a different guy, and he went and asked her. He was like, can he really do this? And she was like, yeah, why? And he's like, they're going to be like half price. And she goes, he can do it.
I love it when you get a deal so good that the employees are like, I don't know if I can do this.
I know, like I'm basically giving you money, customer, because you're spending so little. But so I came home, and I actually kind of didn't like them.
What?
They hurt my head.
What? They hurt your head?
I didn't figure out, like, the band and how to, like, position them on my ear right. And
yeah,
I finally,
you have to, adjust it.
I finally have this down to, like, the most perfect science.
Good.
And I played with them just the other day for, like, 5 hours straight.
Oh my god.
And was like, these are the best things ever.
Yes, they are.
To the point that yesterday was my mom's birthday. So I went out to play, like, some board games and stuff with her, because we love to play games, right?
Yeah.
And the whole time, I'm like, I just want to go home and put on my fucking comfy headphones.
Oh my god.
I don't even want to hear anything. I just want to wear them. They're so comfy.
That's exactly what I did when I first got mine, honestly. Like, I wore them the whole day because they're so comfy. They're like
they're so
clouds
comfy
on your head. And, man, have you hooked them up for phone calls?
I have not yet.
Take a phone call on these things, because that sound is
Okay.
crystal fucking clear.
So, I did find this out, though. So, with these, you can, like, hook them up to your little, like, hub, right?
Uh-huh.
And then there's the Bluetooth.
Yep.
So, you can get a call while you're gaming and do all that stuff, right? Well,
Really?
Yeah, so, like, if you're playing Destiny, doing your thing, and you turn the Bluetooth on, it will say, like, hey, you have an incoming call. Do you want to take it? And then you can take it while still playing Destiny, and do the chat mix and, like, raise the call up and the game down and be like, hey, what's going on? Just killing some dude in Destiny. I told you, I research.
Yeah, you really, that's
I know,
a game
like,
changer.
Everything they can do. But so when I play games with my brother, so the PlayStation, you can do game share, right?
Uh-huh.
So, like, essentially, I buy the game, but I can share my screen with him, essentially, and he can see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So like, we play games together like that sometimes, because he's in Phoenix, so he's far away.
Right.
But so then you can even say, I'm going to transfer control to you, and I can even let him play the game, although it's running on my system here.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah. But he always calls me on the phone, and we talk on the phone.
Uh-huh.
I can have the game playing and him with these headsets now.
Ain't that a beautiful thing?
It's so awesome, and I haven't done it yet, but I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Oh, man, they're so great.
Are just the best. We should
Like,
take some matching selfies and put it on the Instagram in our headphones.
Yeah, we should. So, I finally have these headphones, and for real, we are not sponsored by them, but
I fucking wish we were, though.
fucking sponsor us, dude, because I'll take some keyboards and shit.
Give me some free shit, SteelSeries.
Like, I've always heard the SteelSeries is great, and now that I bought these headphones, that shit's no joke.
Yeah.
It's not a joke.
I have a mixed bag of gaming equipment here. Like, my keyboard is Corsair, my headphones are SteelSeries, my mouse is, like, I don't know, something with a dragon on it.
So, my keyboard and mouse are Insignia, which is Best Buy's brand name. These cost me $9 for both of them.
Hell yeah.
Because I don't use the mouse and keyboard when I do shit.
Yeah, that's right. You
Yeah.
silly boy.
I play with a controller like a man.
Ugh. You frustrate me.
Like, so when I play games with people online, and, like, there's kill cams and stuff,
Uh-huh.
you can see who's using, like, mouse and keyboard because they move so much faster. And so I'm
Really?
wondering, yeah. And so I'm wondering if somebody would ever, like, watch me kill them and go, he's so slow. How is he doing that? And just, like, getting mad and going, he's on a controller.
I know that people on Overwatch, when they watch like a kill feed, they'll be like, "Are you on controller?" And I'm like, I don't know how you would like determine that. I don't know.
You just gotta, like, well, because people that on, like, mouse, they usually have their sensitivity way up.
Yeah.
And, like, the tiniest movement, like, the camera just flies. And I can't do that. That's, like, too fast.
Too fast, too furious. That's how I game.
Hell yeah. So, I got those. Super awesome. You got anything that you've purchased or bought or looked at recently that was cool?
I've been doing a lot of retail therapy since I've been sick.
I saw your tweet that was like, if I don't buy something every 3 to 5 days online, I just crumble to dust.
Yeah,
and
that's how
I feel that. I feel that.
Man, I bought 2 pairs of shoes that are real fucking cute. I saw them on an Instagram ad, and this is the first time I've ever like seen it. Like, I get a ton of Instagram ads for pretty cute stuff, and I'll like click on the ad and be like, oh, shoppy, but I never actually purchase.
Yeah.
On this, I saw it and I was like, oh, fuck, in the cart, purchased at my door. And they are so cute. They're like little cat shoes. So, like, one pair has an actual cat face on it. Little cat eyes. They glow in the dark. They're so cute.
Oh, that's kind of spooky.
It's awesome.
Okay.
Do you hear my cat?
Yeah.
She's, like, choking 1 minute.
I was like, is there, like, a little girl crying in your house?
She's good. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Stop. Are you alright? Baby girl.
Is she about to have, like, a crazy hairball?
It looks like it. I feel like I need to do the cat Heimlich on her. I have no idea what's happening.
I feel like she's about to unload a hairball right there. It sounds like Toast when he gets ready for it. Maybe you need to put her in your lap.
I don't know. I'm like afraid that she's gonna throw up on me. You're okay. I love you. Good girl. Okay. She's
okay,
fine.
so do your cats get hairballs often?
So out of my 3 cats, one of them never ever throws up ever in her fucking life. One of them throws up every day, every single fucking day.
Cool.
And then Zoe, just like every once in a while, she'll have a coughing fit like this. She's like she has cat asthma or something.
So, like, I think it's more like when you're, like, a parent. You know how, like, moms have that hearing that, like, when their kid's in distress, even if, like, a normal person doesn't hear it, their heightened senses just, like, pick up on it, and they're like, my baby, right?
Yes.
And they, like, do something. Ew.
Did you hear that?
Was that a sneeze?
I don't know, man. She does this sometimes. Are you gonna
That's the
make it, baby?
coolest noise I'd ever heard. But, like, I can wake up from a dead sleep if Toast is gonna throw up and I hear that disgusting noise.
I hate that noise. The noise that Dee Dee makes when she's about to throw up, it's just like that, like horrible clicking, like
Toast is very muted and the sound comes from, like, in him. It's not even, like, from his mouth.
gross.
And I'm like, no! Because he's always on the carpet, and I pick him up and I whisk him to a hard surface, like, as fast as I can, and just let him go.
I have tried that with Deeds, but she'll hack for like a solid 2 minutes, and if I had to pick her up at the wrong time and move her to the tile, then she'll like run to the carpet before she throws up.
Oh my god.
So I can never like find the right timing to pick her up and get her onto a tile.
Jeez.
Man, speaking of cats, I was fucking cleaning the other day with some bleach. Have you ever had bleach around your cat?
No.
Okay, so
because I hate it around me.
Yeah, I hate cleaning with bleach.
kills
We never really do it because like I'm asthmatic. I don't want bleach in my home.
Yeah.
But so we had like a little. One of our AC vents is leaking and it's creating this like mold spot. So we hit it with some bleach to kind of like kill the mold, you know?
Okay.
And we wiped it up and everything, and there's just like the slightest amount of bleach residue from the mist bottle just like settled down onto the carpet. Not enough to stain the carpet or anything.
Yeah.
But the cats went absolutely berserk. I've never seen them go nuts like this. They were like rolling around on the floor where the bleach was. One of them was licking the carpet. I'm like, don't do that. You're gonna get bleach in your mouth.
So it's like a catnip?
Yeah, so we just like spent half an hour fucking shooing them away from the bleach spot, and they were all just like paranoid and doing backflips and shit. And I was like, what? Can you Google like if bleach kills cats? Because what's happening to them? So Richard like types in on Google cats attracted to, and the thing that pops up is bleach.
Okay.
So we click on it, and apparently bleach in like really small doses, it is not toxic to cats, but it's like psychoactive, just like catnip.
Jesus Christ.
I know. And I thought they were gonna get like bleach poisoning or something. I didn't know what was happening. They were just like Cirque du Soleil all over the fucking bleach corridor.
So it's like cat acid.
Yeah. I would not recommend this. Listeners, don't bleach your cats, please, for the love of God. But
yeah, don't do that. I hate bleach.
Yeah, if you happen to clean with bleach and your cat goes nuts, that's why.
Okay, cool. That is good to know.
Factoid.
I've never had it happen, but I bet I would freak out. Like, what is wrong with him?
Yeah.
Well, I went crazy the other day. I gotta tell you about this.
Tell me about it.
Oh, man. So, there was a Nintendo Direct, in, like, early September, right?
Uh-huh.
And I couldn't watch it. I was at work. Plus, I didn't really know it was happening, so I was like, who cares, right?
Yeah.
I was like, I'll find out about it later. So, I'm getting texts about it as it's going on, right?
Okay.
So, Sean's telling me the stuff as it's going on. And he lays on me that they are doing the Super Nintendo games for the Nintendo Switch Online.
Oh, yeah, man.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. I've been waiting nonstop because the Super Nintendo is, hands down, my favorite game system of all time.
It's got some good games.
It's got all the best games. Everything about it's great.
The classics.
So I'm like, man, that's so awesome. And then he goes, it looks like they're going to announce something else. And I said, if you tell me they're going to release a Super Nintendo controller like they did the Nintendo ones, right?
Yeah.
I'll fucking cry. And then he sends me a picture of the Super Nintendo controller that they're releasing, and I fucking cried at work.
Oh my god.
Cried like you know the gif of the girl that's crying and then she does like the fist pump thing?
Yes.
That's what I did at my desk. I cried with such happiness because it's oh god. It's my favorite stuff.
I didn't know they released a controller for it. We downloaded all the games, all the Super Nintendo games. We were playing Kirby last night.
Really?
Yeah. I'm real bad at Kirby.
Oh man, I love Kirby.
It's fun. I'm just like no good at it.
So I'm gonna send you the picture of the controllers. They're pretty awesome.
Yeah, let me check this shit out. I love it whenever they release like old school stuff again. I'm a sucker for that shit. Oh my god, fucking Mario Kart.
So it's wireless, so you can sit far away. Like, you can play these Super Nintendo games on the TV through the Switch with a badass controller and just, like, have fun and live life perfectly. It's great.
I want that.
So it's $30.
Oh,
that
God.
is cheap to me. That's cheap.
Yeah, I figured they would be 50.
Yeah,
Are you going to
need
get the NES ones or the SNES ones?
I've always wanted the regular Nintendo ones.
Yeah.
But I was like, who cares? Like, I don't really care.
Right.
But that Super Nintendo one, it's still coming soon. They don't know when it's coming out. But I check this every day.
Well, I hope that you will update me when they come out because I definitely want it.
I will, and then I will tweet about it to everybody. Everyone must know because it's the best thing ever.
Yes.
So, speaking of best things ever, we have a listener mail that pertains to this.
Ooh.
So, got a listener mail from a previous guest.
Oh.
We got this from Taylor. If you remember her from the Disney Cry Game episode. She wrote, "Hey y'all, love of your lives here.
Cheeky.
I just wanted to write you guys and send you my love and a topic for discussion that I thought you might enjoy. So anyone that is around me long enough will eventually find out that Steven Universe is my favorite TV show of all time." That's like a huge claim, man. That's a really good show.
Yeah, all-time favorite? That's...
Yeah, that is her favorite show of all time. And I've gone through a list of all the shows that I knew she liked before, and she says it's this one.
All right.
She said, well, not too long ago, the show had a TV movie made. And I really hate to admit it, but I was not impressed.
Uh-oh.
I was not impressed the first time. And it says, Ferdin, please don't hate me. I can hear your disapproving goat noises. So it was aesthetically pleasing, and the music in the movie was amazing. She was jamming the soundtrack for days after, but she felt that it was underwhelming as opposed to some of the other shows and the season finale that had happened beforehand.
Okay.
Well, she decided to watch it again and ended up really loving it. So I had a burning question. It says, were there any TV shows and or movies that you maybe didn't like at first, but eventually gave another chance and ended up loving it, and maybe it even became a favorite of yours? Love you guys. Keep up the good content. Love, Taylor. Aw.
So sweet.
Aw.
Thank you for writing in, Taylor. That's a good question.
So I've actually talked about a couple of these on before. Like, the Uncharted games, right?
Uh-huh.
I think I'd said before that I played it, hated it. Fucking hated it. It was so boring. And you're actually the one that bought me that.
Yes.
Because I liked the demo. I played it. I was bored. And then I finally was like, I should beat this one day. I put it in, beat it, and was like, hang on. Let me play the whole thing now. Played through it. If anyone knows me, I get Uncharted day one, and I've platinumed that whole game by like the next day.
Yes.
Those are my games. Love those games. But the first time I played it, didn't like it.
Yeah, I didn't think about any games that I've had this experience with, because she didn't include games in the email.
That's true.
But
I had talked about that one, and then in the Disney Cry game, The Emperor's New Groove.
You didn't like The Emperor's New Groove?
When I first saw it, no, didn't like it. And now
Did we talk about that in the
it.
Disney game?
I kind of threw it in there real quick. I think.
I feel like I would have been madder at you.
Well, I'm pretty sure I curbed it and was like, I love it now. Like, get you off my groove.
All right.
So I have to come up with new ones for you guys. So if you
so
can,
let's see.
What you got?
We started watching a TV show called The Americans on, I think it's on Netflix or Hulu.
I've heard of that one.
It's about like, it's got a really good plot line. So these two like Soviet Russian spies, it takes place in the 80s. They come to America and they're doing like secret spy work, and they're trying to just blend in as like a normal American family. They have like 2 kids. They're quote unquote married. They're like spy married. So I don't know if it's actually a real marriage, but they move in and start their mission, and they move in next door to an FBI agent who's assigned to their case.
Okay.
So it sounds like it's full of, wacky escapades and all sorts of stuff, which it is. But the first few episodes were like so painfully slow, and the first season like really leans on the fact that they're married, but they work together and they don't really like each other, but they just do the whole spy marriage thing.
Yeah.
And it's a whole, like, will they, won't they sort of thing. But once we got past that, they started, like, kicking ass as spies and, like, fuck yeah. Fuck it.
Like, yeah.
Pistol whip that shit. Like, it gets really actiony in the following seasons. So we're really into it now. But, yeah, At first it was just so hard to get into.
I can't think of a TV show like that because I don't really watch a lot of TV.
Yeah.
And most of the shows I watch, I liked it to begin with. That's why I watch it, I do have another movie series, though, that I didn't really care for at first, but I love it now.
What you got?
So, actually, How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, really?
The first movie, I liked it. I enjoyed it. But that's about it. I didn't really watch it much,
Yeah.
Well, then the second one came out, and if you've ever seen the second one, it's a pretty perfect movie. It's so good. It took it in some dark areas. It got really good, and I was there like front row day one for when 3 came out.
Yeah.
And 3 is just an absolute work of art. It's so good.
So it was like a slow burn for you?
Yeah, like the first one, I like remembered it. I was like, yeah, it was good. And I didn't even really remember how it ended because I kind of like zoned out.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's a fine movie. And then I rewatched it to get ready for 2 and was like, yeah, okay, that's pretty good. And then 2 was really good, and I was like, all right, these are pretty good. And now I just love this. Like, all 3, they're so good.
I'm trying to think of, like, cartoons that have done this for me, because I know that, like, so often a TV show, I think with Steven Universe, I haven't watched it yet because I feel like it's been hyped up so hard. Like, I know that all my friends adore this show.
So do you want me to just go ahead and go into the shame you for not watching the show?
Go ahead and shame me.
Steven Universe is so good.
Oh my god.
Like, it really is so good.
But I worry because I wonder, I don't want it to be overhyped, Like, I don't want to go into it with these huge expectations and be like, oh, it's not that great.
So, here's the thing. I think it would take a while to get into it because the show is a kid's show when it starts. Like it's really just a kid's show. Like, haha, wacky antics, haha, what's going on next, right?
Yeah.
And then there's like an episode where it kind of turns, and you're like, hang on. That's kind of out of a kid's show scope. And that's kind of out of this kid's scope.
It's like Adventure Zone in that way.
Yeah, like, it gets pretty real. And the thing that sunk it for me was this human element that Steven has to deal with. I don't really want to give stuff away for you. Once you kind of get into it, the lore that the show presents you, because when you first start it, you're like, I don't understand. What are these people that he lives with? Like he lives with these people and they're made out of rocks?
Yeah, so from my understanding, how I have observed the show, it's like he has these 3 friends who are gemstones, and then they like combine and make additional friends. Okay. And then sometimes they combine into a really, really big friend. That's all my whole knowledge.
0% what that show has to do with.
Welp, alright.
Because it leads you to think that at first. It's like, alright, kid show, like, kid friendly, everyone's happy. And then when you start piecing together all the, like, you're basically getting to see it from this kid's point of view, because a kid doesn't know but only what they grew up to see, right? but he's come into, like, a war that's been going on for thousands of years. And it's finally catching up with him. You know?
Like a real war? Like
yeah.
A gemstone war.
Well, it's like a gem war.
Okay.
Kind
Not
of.
like artillery fire in his front lawn kind of a thing.
Well, yeah, kind of.
Okay. I have to watch this show. I gotta buckle down and watch it.
Like,
is it watchable on like Hulu or something?
I believe the first 3 seasons are on Hulu, and there's 5 seasons total now.
Okay. Did the show end? Because Taylor, in her emails, it sounded like the show was over.
So, no. There was a season finale for season 5, which is bombastic. Like, there's so much going on, and you're like, what could possibly happen next? And bigger shit happens.
Okay.
Right? So I totally feel her, because the movie is not bombastic. It's more of, like, a feeling story, you know?
Okay. So did you agree with Taylor? Like, you weren't that into the movie?
Well, she got to see it before me and kind of told me, no, it's not that big. So I kind of got to temper my feelings towards it. Because if I'd have gone into the movie without her saying anything, I would have expected this spectacle, this giant thing, right?
Yeah.
Because the last show was a giant thing. But this movie's more toned down, and it's more of this, like, hey, like, these are, like, the feelings behind it. Like, it's a very deep feeling movie, but it's not a very action-y movie.
Okay.
You know? So I see what she meant by that, but it is pretty good, still. And it's going to take the show in its own, like, whole new direction.
That's exciting.
Which, you know how, like, a lot of things, they don't really get a chance to ever change. Because, like, you fall in love with the character has to stay that way. Like, that's what we want, right?
I mean, for the most part.
Yeah. But so, like, in this movie, there's a big time jump, and he's now older.
You know what? I hate time jumps in media. Like, I have not seen a time jump that's been done well.
You know, I quit watching, so this is actually the opposite effect.
Are you going to talk about Walking Dead?
Yeah, The Walking Dead.
Oh, God. I quit watching when, spoiler alert, Carl died.
Man, I loved it when he died.
Because it was just so unexpected.
Because I hated
out of
him.
Left field. Yeah, you weren't a fan of Coral.
No, I hate Coral.
I just, I don't know. Like, I thought the show was supposed to be about, at its core, in my opinion, as a person who went into the show not having read the comic books, it should be about, like, a man and his son surviving the apocalypse.
And my whole thing behind it is, it was, none of these people matter. It's simply about people existing in this world.
Right.
So no matter who comes and goes, it should still be the same.
I really enjoyed The Walking Dead for the first, like, 4 or 5 seasons, and then it started to get a little bit repetitive. And then when they did the whole, like, fake Glenn death, I was like, the show is on thin fucking ice. If there's one more thing in here that I dislike, I'm going to stop. And then Carl died, and I was like, you know what? I quit. I can't do it.
So, you know what? Just keep the spoiler, like, window open, because I'm going to go ahead and get into some stuff with it.
Don't close that spoiler window. Let all the spoilers out. We don't want to keep them in here. They stank.
So, well, I wasn't upset when Carl left the show because I knew he was, because I, like, read all the news about it, you know?
Uh-huh.
Because I don't really watch it anymore, so it's like, shit, I can't remember the kid's name, but, like, Carl Grimes, actor who wants to go to school, so he doesn't want to be on the show anymore. And then when he was off the show, I was like, yep, okay, well, he wanted to be off. Like, I knew that.
Yeah.
You know, like, okay, well, they did it good, whatever. But for me, the show was about Rick. Rick is the foundation of the whole show for me.
Right.
If there's no Rick, there's no Walking Dead show. And Rick is not on the show, so I'm not going to watch that shit.
I just don't understand. What are the showrunners doing? Because the whole comic is about Rick, right?
Pretty much.
Don't spoil the comic for me, because I'm through. I haven't read the comic in a long time, but I've gotten up to the point where Lori dies in the comics.
Man, you have so far to go.
I know. I still
and
have.
I've read 0 of the comics, by the way.
What? I thought you read them all.
No.
Why?
I've read none of them.
Oh my god.
No, I, like, spark noted them on, like, Wikipedia and was like, oh that's a good storyline. Cool.
You were the reason that I'm reading the Walking Dead comic books, because you're like, oh, it's such a good story. Here I am reading the whole books, and you're over there spark noting it.
Sorry. Yeah, because I found out that ended, and I was like, how does end? And just read the ending. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Oh my god. So, like, the whole comic series is over?
Yeah, like, it's done.
When did he start that? Because it must have been going for, like, decades.
It started in, like, 2005.
Damn, dude.
Like, this has been going on for, like, a decade of this man's life. You know?
I can imagine that after, like, 14 years, you would get tired of drawing those same faces over and over.
Yeah, and so he has written every single issue that has ever come out for that thing.
That's crazy.
And never missed one. Like, he writes this comic book. But he also does so much other stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But so, Walking Dead had the opposite effect on me. I loved it when it started.
Yeah.
And I slowly grew to hate it. And now I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, I remember we used to, like, take a whole, like, section of my work day to just, like, water cooler chat about Walking Dead.
Oh my god, we did that. Me and Stu, like,
really?
nonstop. And he hates that I don't watch it now. He's like,
aw,
you're the only one I talk to.
So he's, like, still deep into it?
Yes, he loves it still.
You know what? I also watched their spin-off, Fear the Walking Dead.
I hated that show.
It was really good for, like, one season.
Really? Because I couldn't finish the first season.
I really enjoyed the first season. The second season, they cranked it up, and it was awesome. And then at the end of the second season, they killed every single character that I was interested in. Like, every last one of them. And I was like, you know what? Fuck that. And I stopped watching, because I can't waste time on that.
Actually, from what I've heard, that's a show that is not good to start, but has gotten better with age.
Really?
Apparently people love it now more than they did. So that's when I kind of want to go try again, and, like, give it that second chance.
I might have to... What season are they in now? Like 4?
Like 5.
5? Shit.
Yeah,
I thought that after a while it would go off the air because they killed all the good people, but...
Nope, it's still big.
Okay, well, maybe I'll give it another shot. I was so fucking mad after the second season finale. I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'm getting mad thinking about it.
Like, I'm trying to think of things that I hated and came back to. Because there's tons of stuff that I was like, this is a slow start, but then I got into it later. You know
what? One show for that. Have you seen or heard of Schitt's Creek?
Okay, my boss tells me to watch it every day.
Okay, so this is the funniest show. I have cried laughing at this show so many times. Like, there are no words. When I watched the first episode, I was like, this humor is really not jiving with me. I don't know. Maybe I was in a bad mood that day or something, because I came back to it when I got sick and I was like bedridden for a little while. I was just like, I need something to watch. So I marathoned like 3 seasons in a couple of days, and I was like, this is my new favorite show. And it's so good. I love all the characters so much. I'm so invested in it. And they're in their last season. I'm always sad when it's over.
Man. Okay, so this isn't even mine, but I have one for Stu.
Okay.
Because we talked about it today. We both want to watch Sons of Anarchy.
You know what? I really want to watch that too, but I just don't know if it's worth my time.
He has said that he has started it 3 separate times.
Oh, shit.
And he said that he always gets to a point and he doesn't... But see, that's the thing. He said that he doesn't remember. It's not like it's the show's fault. He just kind of goes, and quits watching, and then forgets about it and goes, I want to watch that again. But I don't remember the beginning. So he starts it over, and then he hits this wall, right?
Oh my god.
But so, I've never watched one, but it's supposed to be every bit as good as The Walking Dead was when it started.
Okay.
So I want to watch it. But I've just never started it, because what if it's not as good as I've heard?
Right.
But it is, and I know that it is, so I should just watch it.
Is it an AMC show?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to watch it too.
Like, AMC shows are good.
Yeah.
From what I know, if it's on AMC, it's good.
It's gonna be good.
Because Breaking Bad was on AMC, and that was the greatest show ever.
The movie is coming out very soon. Next month, I think.
Yeah, we talked about that too. I go, yeah, when's that? 10/11. 10/11, Robert. I'm ready. I was like, all right.
Now I'm ready.
Oh, okay, Stu. I got it. That's one that I actually gave to Taylor. So see, I would have thought that was her favorite show, because the day that I showed it to her, she was like, yeah, that's pretty good. And I went to sleep, woke up the next morning, and she was in season 5.
Oh my god.
She never went to bed. And I was like, are you still watching that? She's like, I might as well just finish it. There's only like 8 shows left.
Jesus.
She watched all of Breaking Bad in one sitting.
That's how you break your mind. Like,
So
don't do that.
How is that not your favorite show?
Yeah. Well, what the hell, Taylor?
But as much as I love it, it's not my favorite show.
Do you have a favorite TV show?
I do have a favorite TV show. My favorite TV show is The Simpsons.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a gimme.
It is. Like, I love The Simpsons. It's quoted in my daily life. Has to be my favorite. Like, it is.
I don't know if I could pick a favorite. Like, I've got favorite TV shows that are on right now, or like favorite TV shows that are, I could categorize some.
But like, there's not one that you go back to and like rewatch all the time.
You know, we're rewatching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia right now.
Uh-huh.
And I had forgotten that this show has been on since like 2005. It's actually the longest running sitcom, which is nuts to me.
It's Walking Dead old.
Yeah, it's forever old.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like all the characters are still the exact same as when they started. Like we went back to watch the very first episode and it's like, wow, everyone is still so in character. Like they haven't changed.
Because it's like just them, right?
Yeah. It's a very funny show. You've watched it, right?
I've watched it, and that's one, like, I've enjoyed the ones that I saw, but I never like picked it up on my own.
Yeah. I recommend it. It's a good show. It's just one of those shows where like every single character is a really shitty person, so it's just fun to watch them fuck up.
Like, I'm really bad about finding a show that I love, but like sticking with it all the way until it's done.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know how much I love Workaholics.
Oh, yeah.
I've never watched, like, the last 2 seasons of that show.
What?
Because I just, like, never got... If it's too hard for me to get to it, then I just don't watch it.
Man, isn't it on Cody, though?
I don't really use that anymore.
Yeah, I don't either.
Because you gotta keep it up, because it keeps changing, like... the places, because it keeps getting found and shut down, and I'm like, that's too much work, forget it.
It's too much. Hiding from the FBI and shit.
It's all on Amazon, I think.
Yeah, there's so many streaming services. I feel like every single podcast we record, I shit on the amount of streaming services that are available to us.
I mean, you should, because there's too many, but
I know,
I'm buying them.
I don't like it.
Oh, I actually got one for you.
All right.
This is a game.
Ooh.
You know a game I really didn't like when I first started it?
Oh, I thought you were going to make me play a game.
No.
What was it?
Overwatch.
You know what? I didn't either. The very first time I played it, I was like, I don't get the appeal.
Like, it was okay. I was like, yeah, that's neat.
Yeah.
But it really was you talking about the lore and stuff, and just you being so excited that I was like, I mean, I guess. And so I got back into it when it was 1 year old.
Yeah.
And it was on sale, so I was like, I'll get it.
I know. I would text you every single time it went on sale. I was like, please get it.
And I was like, fine, I'll finally get it. So I started playing it, and I was like, I mean, it's okay. It's fun, I guess. And then I think what honestly did it was the events that happened. So like the summer games and stuff.
Well, I know you love your Lucio Ball.
Well, I just like the different events.
Yeah.
Like, when it's Christmas time, it's fun, right?
It's so much fun. Ooh,
Halloween, it's fun.
Is coming up soon.
I hate Junkenstein, though.
Oh, I love Junkenstein.
It's so boring.
It's so good.
Ugh. But Summer Games was the first thing that happened after I bought it. And I got into Lucio Ball, and that's still my favorite fucking thing about it, man.
You're ridiculous.
So good. It's
I hate
so
Lucio
good.
Ball.
I got fucking diamond ranked, yo.
You're ridiculous. I don't know. I can't.
Oh, man, it's the best.
But yeah, I didn't like Overwatch very much when I first started either. Like, I bought it because Jean was super into it, and she was like, I need somebody to play with, and so I got it, and Richard got it, and like a couple of his friends got it, and we played in like a big group for a little while, and then everyone else fell out of it. And so I stopped playing for a little while. And then one day I was just like, I'm bored. What should I do? And so I played Overwatch by myself. And
Yeah.
that's when I was like, actually, I really like this game. And now I'm poured like 400 hours into it. So
Yeah, you were the top played person I've seen on that game.
man,
Like-
I'm still not even good at it. I've got like 200 hours on Diva, and I'm still bad.
Jesus.
It's so much
I don't
fun,
think
though.
so. But you send me clips of you like wiping out a whole team. That's not bad.
Yeah, I suppose. I haven't played since I've been fucking sick, because I don't have an attention span, and like I can't.
Yeah.
I can't focus on it. You know, I just forget what I'm doing halfway through. I'm gonna do it well again so I can play.
So that's something that I want to be mad about, real quick.
Okay.
You know what grinds my gears?
What grinds your gears?
Buying a game just to play with people on every system.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Like, crossplay needs to be across the board.
It really does.
All over. Period. The end.
Cross-platforming should just be like a thing that everything works with. I
So-
understand the constraints and why it doesn't, but at the same time,
Yeah.
like, make it work. Tim Gunn.
I own Overwatch on the PlayStation. I was level 120. Okay? I then bought it on the PC, and I had to do everything all over again because it doesn't keep your data and your level.
Yeah, even though
I'm now like
so-
180.
when you're playing on PlayStation, you have to have a Battle.net account.
Yes.
So
think
I don't know why they can't take your Battle.net info and just like clone it over to PC if it's the same login.
I don't know.
It don't make sense
they,
to me.
Because they do that with Destiny.
Yeah.
Like, your level and stuff comes over there.
What the frack, man?
But so then I bought it on the Xbox.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, because
You
I
have
play with
Overwatch
some
on
people there.
Every platform.
No, I don't, because it's releasing on the Switch now.
Oh, you're so right.
And I was like, I'm not doing it. Not gonna do it.
Fast forward
No.
to 1 month and you absolutely will have it.
And there's like one person that wants to play on the Switch. It's like, okay.
I kind of want to get it on Switch just to see what it's going to be like. I don't
It looks
use my Switch.
horrendous. It looks horrendous. Don't do it.
Really? It's such a small screen. Like,
But
I can't even play on a controller.
they do motion control. So like if you were gonna snipe with Widow, you can like move the screen to move the
What?
aimer to
Oh my god.
kind of make it a bit more easy, you know?
That sounds insane.
So, but I'm not gonna do it. So I have Destiny on the PC because I know they gave Destiny 2 away for free
Uh-huh.
one weekend, and I guess I got it on the PC and I got it on the PlayStation, right?
Yes.
So now I have a group that wants to play, but on the fucking Xbox.
Oh my god.
So guess what?
Now you
I
gotta
gotta-
get on Xbox.
I gotta buy it. I gotta
See?
buy it.
I'm just like a stubborn PC player. Like, if you don't play on PC, I'm not gonna play with you. that's the long and short of it right there.
I'm always just like, that's where you are? Alright, I'll play.
I'll migrate, I suppose. I'll uproot my whole life.
Yep.
Come over to you.
So, but at least with Destiny, I can keep my person, you know?
That's good.
So, like, I can still play on the PC, but if I want to play on the Xbox, I can bring my person over, I just gotta pay money.
Yeah. Well, you have to pay money for it?
Yeah, so I gotta, like, buy the game to play the game.
Real human money?
Yeah.
I hate
Like,
that.
I gotta buy the game.
Why?
Because I don't have it on the Xbox.
Man. Yeah, I feel like when you purchase a game, you should have the option to, like, purchase it across all platforms and maybe just pay, like, a little bit more, you know?
Yeah.
Like, for $50, you can have it on PC. For $50, you can have it on PlayStation. For $80, you can get it on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. Wouldn't that be nice?
So, now I gotta figure out if I buy all the DLC, can I play that everywhere?
I hope so,
know?
because fuck that if you have to buy all the DLC over again.
Yeah, because then I would only have it in one place.
I'm sure you gotta buy it all over again.
I don't know. Well,
That's
I
what
don't
they
even
make their
have
money.
the DLC yet, so I just have like the base game.
Them developers be squeezing money from the teats of the consumer.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I didn't like. Grew
Yeah,
to
we're like
love.
way off topic now, aren't we?
Yeah, I know.
We've strayed.
Well, we've talked about stuff we like and then like we let go of. We kind of went the opposite way.
We answered the reverse of the question.
I know.
Oh, I have a show that I didn't like at first, and I'm retrying starting now.
Okay.
Mindhunter on Netflix. It's...
I think I know what that is.
It's about serial killers and, like, the FBI and the way they investigate them and stuff.
Yeah.
So it sounds like a show that would be right up my alley. But I watched the first episode and I fell asleep several times. So I don't know, been like hesitant to try the show, but
yeah,
I got through the first couple of episodes and it's actually starting to pique my interest. So I'm going to continue watching it. They just released a season 2 and my parents are super into it now. They're like, you'd really like the show. So
I feel like it's kind of easy to get into stuff like when you got a group to kind of like bounce it off of with, you know?
Yeah.
But see, here's one that I never got into. Game of Thrones.
Yeah, see, man, I
never liked it, and I grew to still not like it, and now I still don't like it.
But, like, why? Because we had those Game of Thrones parties that you came over to, and we forced you to watch them.
Yeah, and I like the people, not the show. I think Taylor finally figured it out one time. I don't like fantasy stuff.
Really?
I like sci-fi stuff.
See, fantasy is like my wheelhouse. I live in fantasy.
Don't do wizards and like
I love the wizards.
Old-timey stuff, you know? Because like fantasy's always like cottages and like you only have horses. Like it's always like
give
this
me those
older time,
big
right?
Oak doors and all the hay on the floor and the
because I hate Lord of the Rings. Hate it.
I'm not into that.
I don't think I like fantasy stuff. Because, like, even Harry Potter, like, I like Harry Potter, but I'm not rabid for Harry Potter.
Yeah.
You know? But, like, you give me, like, some sci-fi stuff, because, like, Terminator, that's my shit.
Yeah.
I love that kind of stuff. Like, robots.
Alien, Predator.
Robots is my jam. I like robots. I actually have one more. It's a movie.
Hit me.
So when I was in college, I found out that our library had movies, right?
Yes.
I was like, you can get movies from the library? What? And so I would check out 3 movies every time that I went to school. Because I went Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I would check out 3 movies Monday. I'd watch 1 when I got home, and then the other 2 on Tuesday when I was off of school, right?
That is so many movies.
Yeah. And then Wednesday, because you only got to keep them for like 3 days, Wednesday I'd bring all 3 back, and then I would check out another 3 when I left.
Oh my God.
Watch 1, and then 2. But then I wouldn't get any on Friday because you got them for 2 days, so I'd have to bring it back on Sunday. And I wasn't going to come back on Sunday for no reason.
No. So
it's basically watching 4 movies a week. No, 6 movies a week.
Good math.
Yeah, 6 movies
college,
a week, right? Yeah. I mean, for movies.
Not for math.
No. And so what I did was I basically started at A. Like,
and
I
just
didn't
went
even,
down the list?
Yeah, I just went like, these 3 sound good. Boop, I'd grab all 3 and go.
Oh my
right?
God.
And so I saw some bomb movies when I did that. And there was one that I was dead set that I was going to watch. And I fell asleep in it like 3 times.
Oh no.
It was so boring. I hated it so much. And then I finally was like, I'm going to push through this movie. I'm going to watch it. It's a 2-hour silent movie.
What?
No fucking wonder I fell asleep, right?
Okay.
Okay, so it's called Metropolis. It is a sci-fi movie, right?
Yeah.
And when I finally pushed through it, like I finally got through the stuff that I was bored with, and like when the story got going, I was hooked. And I love that movie. It's so good.
How's their story if it's silent? Like, do they have subtitles or is it just all visual?
I can't really remember because I only watched it the one time.
Oh, because it was so good, right?
Yeah. I remember it being like, you know, the old school where like you'd see somebody like start to say something and then it cuts to black with like the words.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and then it's like, you said what? And then cut back and then the girl would like do a shrug and it's like, I don't know, that wasn't me, you know?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it was like that.
Okay.
And I got so into it. It was a pretty good story. And then I felt so bad for the guy because he was in love with this girl and they turned her into a robot and killed her.
Oh no, that's so sad.
Like, it was a pretty wild movie. So it's like the rich people live above ground and like everybody that's like lower income basically works the inside of the earth, which runs that city for all the rich people.
Okay.
Right? And so this rich guy winds up going down below to like see what's going on, and he falls in love with this girl that teaches like the poor kids down below. So now you got this like, well, you belong up top, but she belongs down below, and they're like trying to find a way to be together, you know? Okay. And it got really good. It got really, really good. But how do you get that across silently for 2 hours?
Yeah.
And once you push through and like the shit gets going, it gets good. But that's one that I had a hard time trying to get into. But I was determined. And I actually have one that I haven't gotten through in a couple years.
A movie?
Yes. So Stanley Kubrick is my favorite director of all time. Love him.
All right.
Right? And he has a movie that I cannot seem to get into this movie.
Is
and
it the
I have
fucking
tried.
space movie?
No, I love that movie. It's fantastic.
Oh, God, dude, it's so pretentious.
Oh, it's so good.
I
Pretentious?
hate it. Oh, my God, are you serious? Like, the space baby and the weird, like, acid trip that takes 20 minutes to get through?
So good.
Oh, God, fuck
I
that
didn't
movie.
get it when I watched it, but I had to read up on it.
I hate it so much. Like, the filming techniques were cool when it's, like, you know, following that, like, nurse walking down the hallway or whatever, and she's, like, floating and shit. That stuff was cool.
How is it pretentious?
Oh, just
what do you think it's about?
I don't know, like a space baby that needs to be fed by mother. I don't know.
Okay.
It was dumb. I didn't enjoy it.
Quick aside.
What?
So it starts with the Neanderthals, right?
Uh-huh. Then when they're stupid, like, oh, they obelisk. There's no words in the first half hour of the movie.
Yeah. So basically, the point of the movie is the obelisk shows up whenever it's time for humanity to evolve.
Okay.
Right?
Bring down the obelisk. I'm ready.
So, like, the monkeys are there. The obelisk shows up, and you see the first monkey that learns to use a tool. Right? And that's, like, a big stepping point for us to evolve, right? We learn to, like, craft things and do stuff for ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Then it basically cuts to us, and now we're, like, we've, like, progressed all the way into space. We know how to go to space and, like, do all the shit out there, right?
Uh-huh.
But he shows us eating, like, food out of a tube. Like, we're babies, right?
Okay.
We can't function because there's no gravity, so, like, it's like we can't walk. Like, we're babies, right? So, basically, we've hit as far as we can go as humanity going to space, because space is too advanced for us, right? We can't do anything there. And then for some reason, you got the whole killer computer thing, which has nothing to do with that. And then at the end of the movie, the space baby is like the next step of It's not like, I mean, true, of course, no space babies.
Are you sure?
But it's like,
have you checked?
I don't know. But so that's supposed to be like what's next for us or something.
You know what, Robert?
You still don't like it?
It was pretentious.
I don't know. I just didn't get it.
Ugh. Yeah.
I had to watch, like, a YouTube PowerPoint video that was like, oh, I see.
If you have to, like, watch a YouTube PowerPoint after the movie to understand what even the director was trying to do, it's not a good movie.
So,
that's my hot take.
Anyway, he's got a movie called How I Learned to, like quit doing something and love the bomb or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And that's the one where, like, the guy's, like, riding the atomic bomb with, like, his cowboy hat, like, woohoo, and he, like, falls down out of the plane.
Yeah.
It's one of the greatest movies of all time.
Yeah,
like,
I have seen that one.
It's a great movie.
And it was good.
I've never been able to get past, like, the first 20 minutes.
Really?
I am always bored, and I always, like, fall asleep, and I just can't do it.
Man.
But I want to watch it.
You should.
So maybe one day I can come back and say I finished it and it's one of my favorites. But as of now, I don't like it.
Okay.
Fucking don't like Stanley Kubrick. So what? You don't like Full Metal Jacket?
No, I don't.
So you just don't like Stanley Kubrick?
I just don't like Stanley Kubrick.
Man, I love him. What about Clockwork Orange?
That was a pretentious movie, too.
I love that movie!
I know you do. It's so stupid.
It's so good.
Fucking jock straps that were on the outside with their milk and their toothpicks. Don't like that movie.
Oh, it's so good, man. Whatever. Okay. I know. I like things that no one likes. It's fine. It's fine.
It's your whole life.
I know. My Little Pony, which, alright. One last one. You ready?
Okay.
Because I was into My Little Pony, and then I quit liking it.
Yeah.
Like, they did something on the show, and I was like, crap. Don't like it.
They killed off Pinkie Pie, and you were just like, I can't do it anymore.
Hell no. Kill off my Pinkie Pie. I don't know. They did something with the show, and I was like, why? Why would you do that? So I was like, you know what? Forget the show. I'm done. And I came back to it 5 years later, which is now, right?
Okay.
Yeah, 5 years off of that show. And I rewatched the part that I didn't like and just moved on into the next season or whatever and was like, why the fuck did I stop? This show is still just as good. if not better than it was. It's hilarious. It's so good. See, I just got to learn to give stuff the old college try, you know?
Just give it a shot.
I just got to give it a shot. All right, I'm done.
Okay, you ready to summon the obelisk and evolve beyond this podcast?
Yeah.
All right.
AI is a good movie too, by the way.
Did I see that one?
Do you know Artificial Intelligence?
I feel like I saw that one. Is that a recent one?
Like 2000, 2002.
With all the robots? Is that with Will Smith and they like...
No.
Oh, no.
Haley Joel Osment is like the little kid robot.
Oh, maybe I saw that. It's been a long time.
Okay. I could do a whole like podcast presentation about that movie. It's so good.
God. Okay.
Jingle bake.
Please tell your friends about us. Help us grow this audience. Don't forget to subscribe to us on your very favorite platform so you never ever miss an episode. We release weekly every single Monday. Sometimes twice on a Monday.
Ooh.
If you have a second to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, that really, really helps us. We really want you to get out there, get some words out there on the page. Hit that 5-star if you feel so inclined.
Please do. And while you're out there giving us reviews on Apple Podcasts, why don't you come find us? Friend us on social media. We are at YMBToAP on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I know we haven't been posting so much lately. We got a sick one here. But we're trying to keep it up. You can also email us with lovely listener mail, just like this one. Like, look, we're getting all these mail now, and it's spurring all these conversations. Give us your listener mail. Give us any topic you want. And while you're doing that, tell us about your favorite show that you hated when it started. Your favorite movie that you hated the first time you saw it.
Tell us about Stanley Kubrick and how much you hated him and then still hate him.
Stanley Kubrick and how much you were like, it's the best director of all time.
Our theme song is... Are you going to go off about Stanley Kubrick again?
I was going to say, he's not the best director of all time. He's just my favorite director of all time.
Okay. Our theme song is The Grim Reaper Blows the Horn by Faraj. Please check him out on YouTube. I started out loving him, and I still love him. As always, thanks for listening, and tune in next time to get the answer to that burning question. Why the space baby? What is it, Stanley Kubrick?
We had one more important sound we wanted you to hear.
Oh yeah, we're like totally recording.
We are totally recording.
We're live right now. I don't believe you.
Okay. Deep breaths, air in the lungs. I didn't take my inhaler. I hope I'm not wheezing.
Breathe real quick. No. And
okay, we good.
Don't ask me why I leaned into the microphone to hear you better. I was like, breathe again? Okay, no.
Like your stethoscope listening to me.
Yeah.
Okay.